Rakiro Hizutome was fond of video games and was known as Trash Game Hunter. He lived in his own life and played video games. As Rakiro went to high school, Rei was waiting for him to just talk to him, but she was disrupted by his friend and lost her chance to talk to him. Later that day, Rei went to video game store to wait for him there, and when she entered the store, the shopkeeper knew her and told that she is in wrong place. Rakiro is not here, and she said that she is not here for him. But suddenly Rakiro entered the shop and Rei hid behind the shelves. The shopkeeper and Rakiro talked about the Rakiro played yesterday, and then she told Rakiro that he should play a real game this time and no other trash game, so she told him to play Shangri-La Frontier, and he thought about it and bought the game and went home. After reaching home, he read the manual of the game and started it. As he wears his virtual reality gear and started the game, he first time saw option to create his own personality and character, and then he created his own character with human body and bird face. As the game started, he was amused by the scenes. As he advanced in the game, an enemy attacked him, but he there and then killed him and got an item from it. Suddenly, he heard the bushes moving. There was another enemy who attacked. It was an evil bunny. The heated battle started, and he defeated him. But this time, he didn't get any item, but he opened a new skill. As he moved forward and looked around the jungle, he got new enemies and monster, and he defeated them all one by one, and by that he got level up and up. He collected many items and even skills, and then he wanted something more thrilling from the games. As he advanced more and tried to cross the bridge, a huge snake came in front of him, and he attacked the snake with full force. Rei also got into the game to find Rakiro, but she could not find him, so she left the game. Rakiro had started the fight with the boss of the area, and it was a huge snake. He was quick with his move and was dodging the attacks of the snake, but it was not easy to kill him. The snake even threw poison on him, which made his health decrease in every 10 seconds, and he had left with 4 men to kill the snake and get the antidote of it. He then saw an opening to kill the snake, but he failed. He didn't give up and fought with Snake, and with the help of his weapon, he killed the snake at last, and got the level up and reached a total of 14 level reputation. Still, his health was reducing. He had to run to the village and needed the antidote there, so he used all his stats he had gathered and used them to run fast. Mia and Riji were outside the village, as they were characters also, and saw Sunraku, the gaming name of Rakiro, and knew that he is a newbie, and helped him and told him that he has to run into the building and get the bed to stay there, and from there he can respawn again, so he should hurry. Sunraku ran into the building and booked a room for himself, and as he registered himself for respawn, he died, but he enjoyed the game. Then he started the game again from there. As he traveled in the village, many other players saw him without clothes, so he decided to buy new clothes for him. He bought some stuff from the items he had collected, and then he went to buy some weapon, but he had no items to buy the weapon. But the shopkeeper told him that he need to bring him some ore, then he can craft him some good weapon. Then he went in the mountains to collect and get some ore. But it was very hard to get ores, and after too much hard work, he got few ores, which were not enough for him. But when a huge toad came to mock him, he started to beat that toad and wanted to kill him, and he got a new item from it. Later, he went back to the craftsman and gave him ores to make him a weapon. After some time, he made him a pair of swords. He told him that at night he needs to be careful as night monster attack, but he was curious and went on. Rei was again finding him and went to the beginner's map to find him, and she defeated the snake easily, but didn't got Rakiro anywhere. Sunraku was fighting with the night monster and was killing everyone, but then suddenly another huge monster came in front of him, which told that it was a unique monster, and then the whole game changed for him. Rei was still finding him and met Riji and Mei, who told her the way where Sunraku went and even told the appearance of him. In return, Rei gave them a reward and went from there. Riji told Mei that the player we met is from a clan who is in the game who find and kill the unique monsters. Sunraku started the battle with that monster and was a little bit tired too, but still was enjoying fighting with him. He used his skill and weapon and attacked him with full force, but still could not defeat him. But he monster was too strong for him, and it even could teleport himself, which made it difficult to judge its position. He used every possible way to kill him, but in the end, the monster chopped his legs and defeated him. Then he challenged the monster that he will find him and kill later. And then he respawned in the bed again, and then he saw his stats. But when he understood it, he was cursed by that monster that he cannot equip any gear where the monster had marked him, and so he was really angry on the monster and went out to look for some answers. As he walked around the village, he suddenly got hit by a rabbit, and he tried to recognize it, and he ran behind the rabbit, and he got a door in front of him, and there he remembered that the game had some hidden quest for player to gather items, and so he entered the room. As he went inside, it was all different, and he got a chance to gather a lot of new stuff. In there, it was a world full of rabbits, and no other human being was there. And he was welcomed by the rabbit. The rabbit talked to him a lot, and he got annoyed of listening to it. And then the rabbit Emil asked him to follow him so he could take him to his boss when wanted to talk to him. He was brought to the boss of the rabbits and was told that as he was cursed by the unique monster, that why he is called over here. Visash was the boss there, and he told him that if he needs something, he will provide him. Next day, Ray was in store looking for other games as he didn't find Rikiro in there. But the shopkeeper insisted her to play the game more. On the other hand, Rikiro was still confused about the game, so he was reading the story the creators have made about the game. So he read about the villains he faced in the game. He even saw the Visash he met and remembered that last time when he met him, he offered him training, and he agreed to him, and Visash was really happy to help him. And even Emil was told to be with me, and Emil was really happy. And then he left the game as he was too tired, and so he placed his respawn point in the Rabbituza. He then read more about the game and wanted to know about the unique monster. But he got to know that he was the first one who got inside the Rabbituza world. Next, he saw the time and switched on another game, and inside that game he met his friend and told them about the game he was playing before, and he was pumped up by telling his story, and that made his other friends interested too. Then again, he logged in the Shangri-La frontier again, and with Emil came back to his village again and traveled there. Emil was really interested to travel with him, and even send an invite to him as he was the only one who could take him to Rabbituza once again. Other players saw the rabbit Emil with him that made them curious, but he took him away and ran outside of the village so no one could know about him. Then he tried a stunt as the curse said that the enemy with low level will run away as it sees the curse marks, and so he waited for an enemy to attack on him, and as an enemy came near him and saw the curse it started to run away, but Sunraku followed him and killed him. Then they both started to find a new boss so that they could get some new items. As they were going from the mudland which made them slow, a huge monster appeared in front of them and attacked them. A huge shark with legs had attacked him, and he was trying to dodge the attacks of it. Emil there used his attacks on the monster, and the monster was pushed back, but it didn't stop. Sunroku then realized he had a partner with him who uses magic as powers. They both then started to use their skill to defeat the monster, and then Emil used his magical spellbook, and they defeated the monster. But then Emil realized that the monster has hidden himself inside the mud, and then Sunroku pushed Emil apart, and then the monster appeared and threw him into the sky, and now when he will fall, he will get damage. But then Emil used his magic and teleported Sunroku above the monster, and when he fell on the monster, he defeated the monster easily with the falling damage and stayed alive with 1 health power. Later, they both went ahead, and on the way, Sunroku drank some energy drinks to gain some health. Then Emil told him that he will change his appearance so no one could recognize him, and so he turned into a girl. But then Sunroku was mad, and suddenly the rabbit turned back and told that he can hold that position for a few minutes only. As they both advanced, they reached to another village. As he was on the gates, the guards saw him and asked that why he is without clothes and what are the marks on his body, and so Emil turned as a girl, told them the story so they can let him pass. And so they both entered the village, but many other players saw him, and even one of them stopped him. And then he thought, why does player know me? Then he remembered that they girls who asked me about the rabbit had taken a picture of me and posted that, and so everyone was curious about it. Everyone was curious to see the curse marks he had and wanted to know about it more. Many pro players were behind him as they knew he had an encounter with a unique monster. Animalia was a player who stopped him, but she asked him about the rabbit, and then another player, Arthur, attacked him. She was a girl who used to play with him in other games too. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.